Namaskar. Welcome to Divine Chemistry. I am Divyashri. This is my first YouTube video and mostly I'll be discussing on some of the basic topics of chemistry. And today this will be an introductory video. It will be a very basic video, and today I'll be discussing on one of the most fundamental topics of chemistry, that is chemical bonding. And this chapter is very important because in order to understand the further concepts of chemistry, it is much important that we understand this chapter, because without the understanding of this chapter, it is not possible to understand the further concepts of chemistry. Now, it is also a very interesting chapter because it is very much relatable to our day-to-day lives. So, let's get started. Now, whenever we think about chemical bonding, the first question that comes to our mind is probably, what actually is a chemical bond? Now, in order to describe in very simple words, the force of attraction between any two species, which may be atoms, molecules, or ions, can be termed as a chemical bond. Now, the particular kind of force of attraction which holds two atoms together can be simply termed as a chemical bond. Now, broadly, chemical bonds can be divided into two types, that is interatomic or intermolecular. Now, when we talk about interatomic chemical bonds, then we can speak about ionic bond, covalent bond, or coordinate bond. All this comes under the category of interatomic chemical bond, and these are stronger. Interatomic chemical bonds are stronger. Secondly, we can talk about intermolecular chemical bonds. Now, intermolecular chemical bonds are weaker than interatomic chemical bonds. For example, we can talk about van der Waals forces, we can also speak about hydrogen bonding, but in this chapter, we will basically be focusing on interatomic chemical bond. And in my coming videos also, I will be discussing more in interatomic chemical bond. Now, what are the types of interatomic chemical bonds? Now, by understanding the types of chemical bonds, we are basically trying to understand how do atoms combine. Now, if we speak about the types of chemical bonds or interatomic chemical bonds, then it can be of various types like ionic bond or electrovalent bond. It can be covalent bond or coordinate bond. We will be discussing these types of bonds in the coming slides. Now, let's learn about ionic bond. Now, what is an ionic bond? Whenever there is a complete sharing of electrons, we can term the bond formed as an ionic bond. For example, suppose we have two atoms A and B. Now, if atom A donates one of its electrons to atom B, then atom A gains a positive charge and atom B gains a negative charge, and they form the compound AB. And the bond formed between A and B can be termed as an ionic bond. A very common example of it is sodium chloride. For example, here what happens, sodium loses or sodium donates one of its electrons and chlorine accepts that electron, and thus sodium chloride is formed. Secondly, we can discuss what is a covalent bond. Now, whenever there is a sharing of electrons, the bond formed can be termed as covalent bond. For example, if atom A has an electron and atom B has an electron, means both of them have couple of electrons, but if atom A shares one of its electrons and atom B shares one of its electrons, then the bond formed between A and B can be termed as a covalent bond. Now, you might be noticing that I have represented the bond with the help of a single line or a dash. This is because when two electrons are shared, we can represent it by a single bond. When four electrons are shared, we can represent it by a double bond, and when six electrons are shared, it can be represented by a triple bond. Now, what is a coordinate bond? Now, when the electrons are contributed entirely by one of the atoms but shared by both, then it can be termed as a coordinate bond. For example, if atom A contributes two of its electrons and atom B and A both shares the electrons, then the bond formed can be termed as a coordinate bond. Now, you might be noticing that just like I have represented the covalent bond through a single dash, similarly, in coordinate bond also I have represented it by a single line. This is because it is a key point, please note this point, that after the formation there is no difference between a covalent and a coordinate bond. Difference lies only during the formation. Because after the formation of the coordinate bond, we cannot differentiate the electrons. We cannot say which electrons came from which atom. So, after the formation, there is no particular difference between a coordinate bond or a covalent bond. Difference lies only during the formation of the bonds. Now, question arises, why do atoms combine or why chemical bonds are formed? Now, as I have already mentioned that this chapter is very interesting because it can be related to our day-to-day lives. For example, if we consider ourselves, why do we form friendships? Why do we form relationships? This is because we find certain happiness. We find a kind of stability or happiness when we form such kind of friendships. Similarly, is the case with atoms. When atoms combine, they gain some kind of stability, and that is the reason why they form, why they combine. Now we will be discussing clearly about this topic in our coming videos, but since this is an introductory video, I think this is enough to say that the major reason why atoms combine or why chemical bonds are formed is in order to gain stability. Now various theories were put forward in order to understand the reasons of chemical bonding, why chemical bonds are formed, how do they form, why do atoms combine, do all atoms combine, if not why. So these particular questions can be answered through various types of theories which were put forward from time to time, and these were Corson-Lewis approach, the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, which is a popular theory, the VSEPR theory, the valence bond theory, the VIVIT, the molecular orbital theory, the MOT. So we will not be discussing about these theories in this video, but we will surely be covering these theories in our coming videos, and with the help of these videos we can basically understand, or we can basically answer the questions of chemical bonding, the various questions that comes to our mind when we read the chapter of chemical bonding. So this was all for today's video. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you like the video, then please give it a big thumbs up and share it with all your younger brothers and sisters. Share it with everyone who is interested in chemistry and who are new to chemistry. So and yes, subscribe to the channel. I'll be much happy for that. And I know it's a very serious time. It's a pandemic. So please stay at home and stay safe, and take care. Thank you so much.